Man, the audacity of this guy. For real though, who does Gunnerz Collective think he is? The king of YouTube? The social media god? Like, bro, you upload a video and suddenly you Moses part in the YouTube algorithm? I swear, this dude be talking like he invented the like and subscribe button. You ever notice how he drops a video and acts like we should all gather around with candles like it's story time with the prophet? Bro, calm down. It's YouTube, not the 10 Commandments. I ain't saying he don't got a following and he ain't funny as hell, but the way he carries himself, man, if clout was currency, he'd be Forbes top 10. The audacity of this guy. Hit that like, subscribe button, and hold up. Let's hit the intro and bang on this fool.
Listen close. When I reminisce back in the day, red rag flying, gang bang ride, loyalty no line. Come fuck with one of mine, see death in your face. Mastermind moves, we don't leave no trace, don't get it twisted. This rag ain't for fashion, pants don't sag, it's the steel we flashing. Two to the dome, if you crossing that line, ain't no TikTok. This is real life crime. I was raised in the fire where the streets never sleep. Homies bled for the code, it was loyalty deep. Tied it with the set, every dollar got stretched. Every mission with the homies put my soul to the test. Back when silence was golden, snitching meant death. Kept the 40 on my lap, had to watch every step. No likes, no streams, just the work and respect. Cross that line wrong, put a hole in your chest. This life ain't a movie, ain't no cameras on scene. Just a bottle of rag and the weight of the beam. I ain't never chased fame, only chased me a bag. And I ride with the homies till I'm zipped in the...
Yeah, that right there, that's the vibe. That's the heartbeat of what I'm about to talk about. See, my primo Gunnerz Collective, as you guys know him, made a video that hit me like a brick. And no, that intro wasn't for him, and I'm not really banging on him. I love that fucker. He's blood, and it is what it is. I'm not here to speak on him, but I do have an important message. And if you guys want to hear that full song, never heard before, you'll be the first. Stick to the end. So, Gunner said some real shit. And I can't even lie, I agree. But I'm going to take this in a different direction. Because once you know how vicious the family is, how deep the loyalty cuts, how heavy the pain weighs, you understand why we move how we move. A couple months back, I was riding around the west side of Turlock. Streets quiet, but my mind wasn't. I was just thinking, reminiscing, and like it always does when I'm out there, the memories start flooding in. I always feel this guilt when I think of my cousin Tito. I wasn't that bigger primo telling him to get his ass home. Nah, I had him riding with me. I had him rolling when I should have been protecting him. And that guilt don't fade no matter how much time goes by. I've been through a lot, like many of us who ran in the streets, you know, watching homies get murked, dropping like flies. The mortuary felt more like a family reunion spot than a place of mourning. Here today, gone tomorrow. That was the cycle, and too damn often, right? Then life hit me harder. Federal prison, a meth lab blowing up. I damn near lost my life in a car accident. You think those moments would slow a man down, right? You think I'd stop, look around and say, nah, this ain't it. But I didn't. I just kept pushing. I just kept running like I was invincible. It wasn't until the news hit. My cousins, Tito and Ramo, went up for murking somebody. Then my cousin Turlock for murking somebody, right? That's when the walls came crashing down. That's when my chest got heavy. And I remember thinking, that could have been me. How the hell my uncle and aunt gonna live with this, knowing their kids ain't ever coming home on the outside? Now, my primo Turlock, he was blessed. Some law passed. He got what Gunner had got when he was younger, life as a juvenile or life as a youth, something like that, right? He got a second chance. But man, that didn't erase the nights I sat up thinking about what could have been, what almost was. And it hit me different when I pictured my own kids, my sons, growing up in the same footsteps I once thought was the only way. My daughter's ending up with a gangster, somebody destined to leave her behind, raising kids alone while he rots behind bars. That was the wake-up call. Not the cell, not the meth lab, not the accident. It was realizing that my kids deserved better. That I had to be the one to give them better. Because let's be real, there ain't nobody out here gonna protect my daughter from predators the way I will. There ain't nobody gonna raise my boys to be men if I don't step up and do it myself. Think about that for a second. Who's gonna step in for your kids if you don't? The streets. The same streets that ate up our brothers, our cousins, our homies. That's death disguised as loyalty. See, I'll always love where I'm from. I'll always represent. That's in my blood. But I had to decide what kind of man I wanted my kids to remember. A gangster in the cell or a father on the front lines of their life? That was the decision. That was the change. And that's the path I chose. Man, let me tell you something right now. I don't ever talk about prison. I don't ever talk about prison politics. That's just not my lane. And it's not what I'm here for. But it's crazy nowadays, right? You got all these channels out here. Everybody want to tell their war stories, their prison stories, politics this, politics that. And hey, maybe it'll reach somebody. Maybe it won't. But I sit back and think, man, we never had that. When I was coming up, we didn't have no homeboy influence on social media, dropping game, talking positive, trying to steer us different. That wasn't around. Now, you got folks like Big Tone, Acito, GB, and many others. You can see their minds starting to elevate or have already elevated. You can see the growth. And that's powerful because if you can catch even one homie's attention before it's too late, that's worth more than 100 war stories. Truth is, I think you almost got to experience it to really know what's up. Or let me say it like this. Maybe not the whole thing, because when you're young, you don't give a fuck. You out there chasing that thrill, that high, that feeling like you are untouchable. And if you add on top of that, your pops being a dope fiend or something, or your mom out there with a different dude every night, or not having a stable place to sleep, man, it's easy to fall victim to the streets. And us as men, I don't think we fully mature until we hit about 30, straight up. That's when you start sitting back like, damn, what am I doing with my life? You start to think different. But the crazy part, that street life, it's like a drug. It's a high. You want to see how far you can go, how slick you can be, what you can get away with. And you get addicted to that. And when you finally decide, I want to change, it don't happen overnight. It takes years to rewire the way you think, the way you move, the way you react. But here's the thing. The most successful ones I've seen, the ones who made it out, they didn't just walk away. Nah, they took all that energy, all that grind, all that dedication they put into the streets and flipped it. They put it into a business, or they put it into work ethics that couldn't be matched. That same hunger, that same hustle, pointed in a different direction. And that's why they made it. So yeah, I don't talk about prison politics. I don't glorify that life. I don't tell my war stories to entertain you with. But what I will tell you is this. If you can flip that energy, if you can take that same drive you had out there and invest it into something real, you'll be unstoppable. And you won't need the streets to prove it. Now let me leave you with this, because I ain't just here to tell you where I've been. I'm here to show you where you can go. I'm living proof that you can rewrite the ending. Don't matter how deep you in. Don't matter how many scars you carry. Don't matter if the world wrote you off already. You can flip the script. You can become the father, the mother, the leader that your kids need. And let me tell you this, your kids don't need a superhero. They just need you. They don't need perfection. They need presence. They don't need a gangster. They need a guide. And that's what I decided to be. So, when I'm done talking here, ask yourself, what story am I writing for my family? When my kids look back years from now, will they say, Pops was there, Pops held it down, Pops led the way? Or will they say, he loved the streets more than he loved us? The choice is yours. The audacity of this guy, the audacity of you to think you can't change, because you can. Hit that like and subscribe button. I'm out.
Yeah. This ain't no clout rap, homie. This that real shit. Red rag flying, still in reach. Listen close. When I reminisce back in the day, red rag flying, gang bang ride, loyalty no line. Come fuck with one of mine, see death in your face. Mastermind moves, we don't leave no trace. Don't get it twisted. This rag ain't for fashion. Pants don't sag, it's the steel we flashing. Two to the dome, if you crossing that line, ain't no tick-tock. This is real life crime. I was raised in the fire where the streets never sleep. Homies bled for the code, it was loyalty deep. Tied up with the set, every dollar got stretched. Every mission with the homies put my soul to the test. Back when silence was golden, snitching meant death. Kept the 40 on my lap, had to watch every step. No likes, no streams, just the work and respect. Cross that line wrong, put a hole in your chest. This life ain't a movie, ain't no cameras on scene. Just a bottle of rag and the weight of the beam. I ain't never chased fame, only chased me a bag. And I ride with the homies till I'm zipped in the flag. I reminisce back in the day, red rag flying, gang bang ride, loyalty no line. Come fuck with one of mine, see death in your face. Mastermind moves, we don't leave no trace. Don't get it twisted. This rag ain't for fashion, pants don't sag, it's the steel we flashing. Two to the dome, if you crossing that line, ain't no tick-tock. This is real life crime. Now these TikTok suckers steady running their mouth, but they never felt the struggle when the lights went out. We grew in a time when the real knew the real. Now you're day one testifying, cutting the deal like 6ix9ine with the dime. Watch the whole crew fall. Used to swear he was solid, now he's singing it all. But I've been through the dirt, seen betrayal too close. That's why the circle stay tight, only riding with the most. Ain't no handouts here, just the grind and the pain. Every scar on my body tell a story of the game. It's the code that I live, no retreat, no remorse. Play the streets wrong, end up laid in the morgue. I reminisce back in the day, red rag flying, gang bang ride, loyalty no line. Come fuck with one of mine, see death in your face. Mastermind moves, we don't leave no trace. Don't get it twisted. This rag ain't for fashion, pants don't sag, it's the steel we flashing. Two to the dome, if you crossing that line, ain't no tick-tock. This is real life crime. Yeah, red rags swinging. No clout, no fame, just blood, sweat, and the cold. Cross the line, and you'll see death in your face. It's the yeah, and then you'll see death in your face.